mystic, strange.
Welcome. Aries.
It is important that over the next few days you try a variety of things, and the best way to do this is to vary what you consume so that you can get a feel for everything. That means you need to be able to appreciate the extraordinary in addition to the everyday, and if you don't have an eclectic taste profile, you might want to consider staying put for a while. On the other hand, there are going to be some dishes that you are going to wish you had known about earlier, so make sure that you don't close your eyes to them when they are being offered for sale, because you will be wishing that you had known about them earlier in the process of purchasing them because you will be wishing that you had known about them earlier in the process of purchasing them.
Taurus.
You really want something that will make you feel good, show you something new and interesting, and make you feel like you've done something good all at the same time. Now is the time to loosen up, get up and dance, and choose music on the spot. Your social inhibitions go down, and as a result, you might feel like acting risky in a relationship or having wild sexual experiences. This could be because you don't care as much about what other people think of you. You are also a peacemaker because keeping things peaceful around you seems to be more important to you than it ever has been. You are likely to soon find yourself in loving relationships where you can both give and receive affection, and where you attract people who will help you.
Gemini.
During this time period, it is possible that you will suffer a setback in one of your creative endeavors or in your professional career. Your business partner or colleagues do not acknowledge or value the tremendous amount of effort and progress that you have made in the direction of achieving your goals and objectives. If you are unable to overcome the challenges, it is possible that you will become disheartened, which may cause your thought processes or creative abilities to suffer as a result. It's possible that in your personal life, you have a hard time developing romantic relationships with people who have the potential to become partners or who are already in committed relationships. You might find that your relationships take on a more spiritual quality, despite the fact that it is difficult for you to connect on a deeper, more personal, and emotional level.
Cancer.
Lessons from days gone by, when people were more frugal and creative with their resources, can be applied to the pursuit of beauty on a budget. What is succeeding the most in the market right now is design that has clean lines, uses conservative colors, and has a classic sensibility. When love is brought into sharper focus, its intensity increases. And the most effective way to praise the gods is with an adorned altars. The next few days will be filled with high passions, punctuated by fleeting moments of intense desire that will abruptly give way to satiation or boredom. Therefore, if you are looking for intensity, now is the time to jump into the pool. However, once you are there, it may be difficult to maintain your commitment to the activity. Hunger pangs, once fed, lose their urgency.
Leo.
At this point, you are capable of being objective in making clear decisions about the direction in which you are heading or the next step that should be taken to achieve your most important personal goals. At this moment, your judgment is very good. It's possible that you'll be attending an important professional conference or having an important conversation about your career. It would be wise for you to speak with your superiors or others who are in a position to further your career at this time. You are currently dealing with issues involving your personal power and control. Either you accept too much power, which means you are manipulative and tyrannical, or you accept too little power, that is, are overly passive and easily victimized. You will find yourself in the middle of power struggles with other people.
Virgo.
You are prone to act erratically in your relationships. A sudden infatuation or an impulse to break free or radical changes in a current relationship is likely. A preference for the strange and unorthodox develops at the same time as well. You may find yourself enjoying things you never thought you would like. You feel testy and contentious, which can make you rashly say or do something you regret later. Try not to put yourself into situations you know from experience. Try your patience. You will be in short supply now. On the other hand, you may be the target of others' frustrations and anger, whether justified or not. So try not to make their problem your problem by responding tit for tat. A headache or even an accident could result.
Libra.
You possess a great deal of mental energy, and you are eager to attack intellectual or conceptual challenges. Because of this, you are a very helpful and valuable person. As a consequence of this, you are an extremely productive person. You are a very productive person as a consequence of this fact. When you collaborate with other people to generate ideas, you will almost always end up with a good solution or plan. This is because of the synergy that results from the process. This is something that will almost certainly occur whenever more than one person is involved in a project. This is something that will almost certainly take place in the future. To successfully complete this task, it is strongly suggested that you collaborate with a group of other individuals. Additionally, you are able to rapidly form opinions, select particular courses of action, and put your ideas into action. You engage in each of these activities on a regular basis.
Scorpio.
There is a good chance that your workload will increase, but you have the knowledge and physical stamina to ensure that everything continues to run smoothly despite the increase in workload. Even if you are extremely passionate about your job and career, you must make time for your personal life and the people in your life who rely on you. If you have a significant other or children, this is especially important. Despite the fact that you are very enthusiastic about your job and career, this is the case. Some of your illusions and glamorous notions are about to be ripped away from you in an upsetting way, and it will be very upsetting for you. It's possible that a beloved figure, such as a movie star, hero, lover, or parent, will turn out to be less divine than you thought. This could be the case, for example, if they were less perfect.
Sagittarius.
You have an attitude that is very realistic and straightforward, and at the moment, you have a critical, skeptical, or at the very least wary disposition toward new ways of thinking. The practice of introspective, in-depth study and contemplation of one's own ideas is strongly encouraged for individuals. You are not as talkative or communicative as you normally are, and you do not feel particularly social. When other people are present, the conversations will almost certainly become more serious and weighty. You are past the point where you care about trivial matters at all. You no longer feel naive and idealistic about love, and instead, you are interested in spending time with people you admire and can rely on, such as your oldest and most devoted friends. This change in your perspective has made you more interested in spending time with people. It may be extremely beneficial for both of you to reach out to an older relative or another mature and experienced person at this time.
Capricorn.
Even if you're not in the middle of a desert, there's no telling when or where you'll stumble across a mirage. It is possible for one's emotions and inner visions to become muddled, and emotional miscommunication, whether unintentional or intentional, can be a barrier to effective communication. You should always be prepared to let go and try again at a later time because entanglements have a tendency to snowball. Try to avoid making commitments that are valid for an excessively long period of time. Additionally, emotional tides are reliable and constructive. All that is required of you is to ride them as if you were born to sail a ship. The foundations that are in place now will continue to be stable and helpful to their development. This won't be changing anytime soon. There are many different types of friendships, and it is simple to look on the bright side of anyone. However, it is important to keep in mind that everyone has more than one aspect to their personality.
Aquarius.
When one is motivated by a need to interact with others, to uphold positive relationships, or to experience love, it can be challenging to get work done or act in a professional manner. It is advisable to set aside time in your schedule for pursuits like recreation and the upkeep of your interpersonal connections. You can accomplish what you set out to do with a lot less effort than usual because your strength and confidence are at an all-time high. You experience a rush of excitement when you engage in demanding physical activities, work or play in a competitive environment, or overcome a challenge. You have a tendency to go it alone and to assert yourself, but not in a way that will likely meet with resistance from those who are in your immediate environment.
Pisces.
Your appetite for love and affection, as well as for beauty and pleasure, is robust at the moment, and as a direct result of this, you are more likely than you normally are to act on your feelings and follow your creative impulses. Your appetite for love and affection, as well as for beauty and pleasure, is robust at the moment. You might also find that you are drawn to things that are aesthetically pleasing and pleasurable in greater numbers. If you are dissatisfied with some aspect of your personal life during this time, you may run into difficulties. For instance, disagreements or tension may surface in a close relationship as a result of this. It is possible that you will run into difficulties during this time if you are dissatisfied with some aspect of your personal life.